Hello. Welcome back to Control and the investigation sector. Or department? Can't remember which now. Oh god. We're about to head to the maximum security live subject room. And possibly finish off Hartman. Or banish him back to wherever he needs to go. Let's just go for it. With this. Let's go for it with this. Ooh. You know that's smart, yeah. Let's put a motel in the way. That's a good idea. 1, 2, 3.
I've forgotten again. I had a plan. I know it. I've forgotten. He's coming. I've got to get out of here. Dive deep.
Okay. Maybe I don't want to go into that room.
Whatever is going on with Wake, he clearly needs some help.
Yeah. Alright. Give us a puzzle and not a jump scare, please. So we have... Gross. Can you please leave? We don't need this in the motel. That's actually an alarming sign, because the hiss usually doesn't get in here. But it's probably very bad if something that shouldn't be in here gets in here. More darkness. Ugh. Just awful. One more room. Burn away the darkness. I swear Hartman better not be in there and just jump out at me. I'm gonna be so mad. Film projector. Just rotate you around, maybe? Here it comes. Ooh. Better run. You sticky, gross garbage. Fantastic. Can I have the keys? Thank you.
Going mad. Wake had to escape, right? His escape. Wake needed a hero. A hero needed a crisis. For the part in the story about the government agency, Wake needed something special. Something to convey an alien force mimicking human intelligence.
What does that mean? I mean, we're gonna listen to that in full for sure.
The story needed many beginnings, many springs. Streams that turned into a river, a flood, and then an ocean. This was one. Wake used the materials he had, the connections he had, the people, the places. Wake put them in to make it true. His wife, the psychiatrist, his city. These connections, like magnets, move things. Alice was a conduit. She'd been in the dark place. The thing that had been Hartman sensed her near, sensed Wake through her. Went berserk, broke loose. Wake made sure Alice was already gone by then. Safe. The more springs, the more the story became real. The more people believed. Cause and effect. It was extremely delicate and hard work. It had to go through the path of least resistance where success was most likely. Where there was a connection already. Wake felt the pressure grow in his head. Going mad. Wake had to escape. Right. His escape. He was already out. He wanted to make it true. Wake needed a hero. A hero needed a crisis. For the part in the story about the government agency, Wake needed something special, something to convey an alien force mimicking human intelligence. Something that can't be translated. Translated. Wake channeled Burroughs and Bowie. He cut up sentences and words. Orange peel. You are home. Insane. He put them in a shoebox. He pulled out the words. Wake created a Dadaist poem. He'd try anything once. Or had he tried this before?
There's a lot of weird, possible explanations for what's going on. I don't know how much of, like, that story that's going on with him relates to, like, the main Control game as well, because this is DLC, so I guess they went in with the expectation of some of their players having already beat the main game. Oh boy. This does not look good. Bright Falls AWE. There you are.
Another replica. Like the one they made for Ordinary. I wonder what happened here.
Alice Wake interview. After reaching out to the Bureau, Alice Wake was brought into the oldest house for an interview on Redacted 2017. See file Redacted for the full transcript. Summary. The interview conducted by agents Shaw and Dempsey revealed that Mrs. Wake has had recurring nightly visitations from her missing ex-husband in her New York apartment. Address redacted. Mr. Wake. Oh, no. Yeah. Mr. Wake appears out of nowhere and rushes at her down the corridor. According to her impression, he appears crazy and horrifying, clearly coming at her with violent intent. Mrs. Wake believes that he is haunting her, insisting he is not Alan, but a fucking monster in his body. Mrs. Wake has not been sleeping out of the fear of these visits. Her attempts to keep the lights on through the night result in the relevant hallway's light bulb breaking every night, possibly indicating involvement of the Redacted. Further investigation required. We propose installing monitoring equipment in her apartment. Copies of Supply Request Form L5014 have been sent to Mr. Kirkland in administration for approval. Okay. Oh boy. What do we got here? I have no idea what that did, if anything. Well, I can't interact with it anymore. Is it just going to summon an agent?
Send a ranger out. Director's orders.
Do I really need a ranger?
Director out in the field.
I mean, I'm happy you're here. I don't know how much you're going to be able to help, though. Oh, this has completely drained my energy. Okay. Alright. We're going to have to find our way around here. Maybe, I think I'll come back for these documents later. I think we're going to be a bit preoccupied in here. There's that. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of places to plug in. Scoot on over. Another battery here. I'm not sure if some of the things I'm seeing are like buttons to interact with or documents. I think that one there's a document. Okay. Where else to plug in? There. Okay, but now what? Not entirely sure where to go from here. Is there some switch somewhere I can throw? Maybe up here? Oh, yes, this looks good. Yes, please. Boom! Is it time to kill you?
You are pretty rough on the eyes.
Whoa! Gross. Don't do that. That's very gross. Oh, it's very pale. No, 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 no. Wow, you could do that in the light too, I guess. Oh, you're very gross up close. Goodbye. Oh, it healed when it did that. That's bad. No, no, no. Oh, okay. How far back are we? Is this room gonna be lit up? Okay, yeah, it's just killing Hartman now. Oh, there's a whole elevator here. Oh, I guess to get back down in the fight. Here, let's summon another friend.
Director Faden here. Send backup to my location.
Make way for the director.
Wow, you were here really quick. Okay. So fighting this seems to favor staying in the ground, or staying in the air, the opposite of the ground, you fool. Oh, really gotta avoid that. Nope, behind me. Woof. Some one of those guys that can turn invisible. And sort of pop off whenever he wants. Hey, did that ranger come down to help at all? Oh, there you are, buddy. You're doing good. Nope. Worried. God. You still there? Oh, that's no fair. He teleported the explosives to me. I mean, that makes sense, but... Oh, that sucks. Behind. Just need this fight to end. Are we good? No, he has a shield now. Oh, we got his fight now. Great. Got no health for this. Shooting him doesn't do anything, okay. Just plain old invincible in here. Which makes sense, that's what he does in the dark. What am I hearing? Oh, he pulled a battery out. Did that burn him at all? Like, what did that do? Pretty sure all my batteries are still plugged in. Nope. There we go. Gross. Okay, yeah, he's just gonna do that sometimes. Nice. Yeah, there he is. Get out of here. God. That guy died, right? Wasn't sure. No. Oh, this is a tricky one.
This is the director.
Bring in a
I
friend.
need a ranger at this location immediately.
The Hiss are in for it now.
How many friends am I allowed? Just the one? No, that's fine. Anyway, we back at the start of this fight? Yeah, that seems like the start of the fight. That's less fun. Jesus. No. It's unfortunate that that happened. Okay, I was really far from that. Why did that still hurt? Get away. Where'd it go? Ugh. Okay, where'd they go? No. The fact that it heals as well is a real boner. Okay, I'm not a fan of you standing on all the health, dude. Can't grab me if I'm in the air, I hope. Okay, where'd he go? No! Stop it. I'm trying to heal. Oh, there you are. Did I grab one of its missiles? Okay. Then he goes immune. Which sucks, by the way. I think I want to try to get these guys on my side because, hey, that helps. Oh, the guy that's on my team counts as, like, somebody who's been taken over. Okay. Seize only lasts a limited number of time, or amount of time. Yeah. I'm sure it's very important work. Getting all the damage we can. Before he does that and drains all my health. Where'd he go? Oh, just die. You're so close to dying. No, don't steal his health. That feels no fair. Oh, are you dead? Oh, thank God, yes. Now explode brilliantly.
Hartman won't be a problem anymore, Langston. But investigations need someone to run it. Interested?
Langston has
I've
an
seen
entire
what happens
department
to
already.
psychopaths, ma'am. No, thank you. Ma'am, I'm getting something on my terminal here, an AWE alert from Bright Falls, Washington. But it might be a glitch. The date's all wrong, a couple of years in the future. And we're in lockdown. There shouldn't be any incoming signals.
Maybe it was active before we went into lockdown? Are there agents on site?
Let me check. Agent Estevez is the field agent in charge of monitoring the site, so she should be there to let us know if the situation has been through any major changes recently.
ocean. If the alarm's true, then so is the reason for the alarm. The effect must follow the cause. It's happening again. A return.
Ooh.
You have been warned.
Sequel hook. Dang, dang, dang. Wow, one whole ability point for that, huh? It's not like I took out the biggest threat that shut down this entire sector or anything. I guess this is the lodge from Alan Wake. Oops. Should have seen that one coming. I'll grab any health I can. And now we can read all the things! Bright Falls 1976 Summary. An unconfirmed threshold manifestation occurred at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The citizens of Bright Falls had gathered in the town's southwestern fields for the annual festival known as Deerfest. Eyewitnesses all claimed that the day had been sunny, confirmed by reviews of the area's weather reports. But then, with no warning, a thunderstorm appeared in the direction of the Anderson farm and a tornado rose from Cauldron Lake. The torrential rain that followed caused a flash flood. It was as if the day had turned to night, testimony from Redacted. Frank Breaker, the sheriff of Bright Falls, formerly a bureau agent, see employee file Redacted, managed to guide the crowd to safety as the festival grounds were destroyed by the flood. The festival was cancelled, ending one day early. Lack of official bureau presence on the scene makes this event difficult to report as a confirmed AWE, though the similarity to other known events in the Bright Falls area has led credence to the accounts of the townspeople. So they got wild stuff happening in this town all the time. Maybe not all the time, I guess that's just 3 reported incidents. And then now a potential 4th. What do we got here?
These are the notes of Dr. Emil Hartman.
Emil? Oh my god.
Continuing my work alone again since certain parties were too blind to recognize a golden opportunity. Despite my generous offers, the conversations came to naught. Some people simply do not value collaboration as I do. Though I believe now that it was for the best. The sort of bold, pioneering work that I am undertaking cannot thrive under the shackles of bureaucracy and regulation. I have a history of seeking such partnerships. There was a time when I had hoped Alan Wake and I could collaborate. Together we could have produced art such that the world has never seen. But Wake was stubborn, egotistical. Writers usually are. Disappointing nonetheless. But now, like Tom before him, Wake has disappeared into Cauldron Lake. And this is where my work turns hypothetical. Since he was lost to the lake, Thomas Zane has been observed by various townspeople. This indicates to me that the individuals within the lake are not entirely gone. I anticipate Wake will similarly return one day. While I may harbor some resentment for the man, his raw talent and determination are undeniable. From this, I have concluded that the lake and the dark place
This must be where they studied Hartman.
not as removed from this world.
Kinda looks
as
like
I
Dylan's cell.
previously
I
thought.
wonder if they treated him as badly.
My acute awareness of what awaits within, my meticulous preparations, and my considerable education, I believe myself much more prepared than either Tom or Wake. I should be able to cross into that dark realm with the chance to return as they have. All that remains is the dive itself. It frightens me, I admit, but such is the burden of the truth seeker. I will take my plunge into the dark tomorrow, with only the light of knowledge to guide me. It is time for a breakthrough. Until I return.
Interesting. So he dove in after them, and I guess somehow that ended up in the motel and then here? Because Alan Wake seems to be trapped in the hotel as well. Bright Falls 1976 supplement. Details. On the day of the flooding, the rock band Old Gods of Asgard was rehearsing in a field outside the Anderson farm. We found an album for them back in the original junk heap that we searched. The homestead of band members Odin and Tor Anderson. Both admitted to being in a heavy state of inebriation at the time, having spent days drinking their homebrewed moonshine while celebrating Deerfest. After the townspeople were evacuated from the flooded field, Sheriff Breaker was asked by Freya Anderson, daughter of Tor Anderson, to check on her father and uncle. Breaker drove to the Anderson farm and found the band members alive but in need of medical aid. Tor Anderson had been struck by lightning and Odin Anderson had cut out his own right eye, a possible reference to Norse deities Thor and Odin. They claimed they had fought and valiantly defeated a dark army of the Scratching Hag, rising from Cauldron Lake, see AWE Redacted of 1970, related to the suspected Redacted at Diver's Isle. While impossible to verify, these events are relevant to the recurring AWE at Bright Falls, and the Cauldron Lake Redacted. Odin and Tor Anderson had been listed as persons of interest. I mean, that's not even really subtle what their names are a reference to. Alright, well, oh come on, really? I killed the big bad guy in here. Am I not free? Oh, get out of here. Ugh. I'm low on health and not ready to fight. This is not fair. I don't even want anything in here. Where did the orb go? I thought I killed it. Oh, it's right beside me. No! I didn't tell those to blow up yet. Boy, the hiss is just being really needlessly aggressive right now. Come on. I didn't even want to fight. Who knew that a paranatural entity would be so rude? I think I saw one more thing down here to read. Yeah, this here. Oh, a few things. Jeez. Wake evidence. A photograph of Alan Wake captured by Alice Wake during an event in her home. Alice Wake, former wife of Alan Wake, see AWE 35 for details, has recently been visited at night by her ex-husband, or entity resembling him. See file redacted for more. Being a professional photographer, Mrs. Wake positioned cameras with motion sensors around the corridor he appears in, and managed to capture an image of Mr. Wake on film. During an interview with Mrs. Wake, she mentioned that her favorite camera, a redacted model, was lost in 2010, during AWE 35. No match has been found among the confiscated evidence from AWE 35. It has been filed as a potential altered item, and research staff stationed at Bright Falls are being contacted to check if they have any knowledge of such an item. Interesting. Okay. Wake photograph. Huh. Thank you. Great. It's a new nightmare for me. Yeah, ever since starting to see Hartman a lot more. Walking in dark hallways isn't as fun for me now. Not that it was fun before, but it's like worse now. Alright. Well, I think we've pretty much wrapped it up in this sector. Been here for like 2 weeks now or something? Ooh, anything hidden below? Sure is. Now we know to check, and I have to go to visit every elevator I've ever seen. Night Spring Screenplay, page 5. Oh, I missed page 2 somewhere. Dang it. The scientist turns from what used to be his director, now transformed into a stranger, an alien that only resembles the director in form. He drops his all-important clipboard as he stumbles towards the closing portal, but the horrible entity is already rushing through it in a flow of insanity and chaos. The scientist becomes caught in it, and the entity devours him, screaming as it enters our world. The director lifts his pistol to his head. His hand is steady, sure in its finality. Director. Or so I thought. Camera fades to black. A gunshot is heard. Narrator. And so our hunger for control, our obsession for domination and power, the hubris at play in this children's puppet show we're starring in, can only lead to our fall from control, to submit to those who really hold the strings and control us. In Night Springs. End of screenplay. Wow, his screenplay was 4 pages, huh? I guess if he wrote it and wanted to start the events, because that seems to be the gist of him freeing himself, is that he's basically created all the events that are occurring in this game so that he could free himself, which I guess is why it would be seen as like a setup for a sequel or something. Is this all stuff from... I guess this is all from Alan Wake? Again, didn't play that game, so I don't really know 100%, but that is my assumption, that this is the lodge, which kind of matches what we're seeing out there. No cool sundial, though. Guess they're still working on it. And then just a model of Bright Falls itself. Neat. Well, I guess we're pretty much done and wrapped up here. The only missions we have left are cleaning stuff for Ahti, I think. And... nah, we'll get to those later. Where was this rubber duck again? Oh, and research. Yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to head to dimensional research to find the slide projector. But before we do that, I just want to check in with everybody here. See how everybody's doing.
I need the containment protocols.
It's been a while.
Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector. Look at me now, Ma.
I mean, you still have the same job. You just are doing it in here. None of those look new.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
Gotta stop saying that, dude. I've not seen Emily in a while. Any new documents lying around? Anything I can clear out with my eyeballs? What's up, Emily?
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications?
Yes.
The hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it. That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
This seems irrelevant to my mission. Okay, yeah, we could just go kill Mr. Tomasi now. Yeah. How do you like working with Darling?
I've been seeing these Darling presentations all over. Seems like he enjoys the limelight.
Yeah, no crap.
So you noticed, huh? When he recruited me out of college, he actually came to visit. He interrupted my physics course by shouting, not quite, Professor, and then marching down to the front of the class where he proceeded to berate the very idea of laws of thermodynamics.
Wait, what?
He's been a showboat all his life.
Darling visited you in college?
Yeah, he read a paper I'd published, came to recruit me for the Bureau. I accepted and then spent years waiting for access to the confidential research that Darling promised me. And whenever I ask about my access level, he just mumbles that it's temporarily postponed and then changes the subject to the effect of entropy on luck.
I wonder who else Darling hid his work from.
Pretty much
Marshall?
everyone, except the director.
Trench.
I think Trench kind of knew some stuff. Have you been studying Dylan?
Have you learned anything about Dylan's condition?
Only that he's definitely hiss, but I guess his chanting made that pretty obvious. You know, interestingly, the words of the hiss incantation have an average length of 4 letters. The most common word used 7 times is want. The next most common are through and time. That's very interesting, don't you think?
I guess.
I don't care about the words. What about my brother?
Right. Sorry, I got a little off track. Well, strangely, his tissue samples all look healthy, unlike the other hiss I've tested.
That's good news. Right?
What about me? Tell me about
I
me.
wanted to talk to you about the crazy things I can do. My abilities.
Yeah,
I
have you
get
been
the
watching?
sense
It's
that
pretty
they're
sweet.
not very usual around here.
Well, usual and unusual aren't really benchmarks at the Bureau, but for some perspective, Director Northmore once used the floppy disk to send a bowling ball 6 yards through the air, and that was considered a huge deal.
Wow.
So compared to that, you are most certainly an outlier.
Hell yeah.
An outlier.
To put it
I like
lightly.
the sound of that.
Alright, well, good to catch up.
I should get going.
Don't let me hold you up.
You still got that triangle, though. Do you have more to say?
Jesse, when you were down in research, did you run into a Dr. Rhea Underhill?
I read about her.
I didn't. Who is she?
She is a colleague of mine.
Dr.
A
Darling's
researcher
lover.
studying a kind of extra-dimensional mold growing below research.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
I do.
No one does. Look, I haven't heard from Rhea since the hiss arrived. Would you mind having a look around for her next time you're in research?
Of course.
Thanks, Jesse. Now, what's on your mind?
Nothing new, but
I should get going.
do you have any other leads
let me
on
hold you up.
staff you need me to find? Are we good? No more triangle. Okay. Cool. Let's go kill Tomasi and maybe Underhill, I guess. Which way was
Did you hear the
Dylan?
youngest prisoner they captured?
See if Dylan is up to anything. Other than just suspending himself in a cage. Yeah, you got more to say too.
Maybe Dylan's still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please.
Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office. Something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
Well, I think I prefer the musical one over the boring game one. I was gonna say, that's maybe a little bit meta, but this game isn't boring, so I don't think that one's real. Or relevant.
Maybe I can learn more about the hiss from him.
Can we talk?
I just had an interesting dream.
I sure do dream a lot.
Shit.
That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change, yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Okay. Slightly
That's
relevant.
what I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
For the record, that will never happen. Not as long as I'm alive.
Yeah, no thank you. We're gonna stop that as much as possible. Got more dreams for us, brother?
Maybe I'm just here to punish myself.
Fair enough.
Any new dreams you'd like to share, Dylan?
I'm glad you asked, sister. This dream, like all dreams now, felt very real. Like reality. And reality now feels like a dream. Maybe it's all a dream. Maybe it's all real.
Dream where my brother endlessly tells me about his dreams.
I was in a dark place, and there was a dark man there. His name was Mr. Door, and he told me that there are many worlds, side by side, on top of each other, some inside of others. In one world, there was a writer who wrote a story about a cop. In another world, the cop was real. Door said he himself was in all of them at the same time, endlessly shifting between them. I asked him how I could reach these worlds. I wanted to bring the hiss there. But he didn't want to help me. He didn't like the idea. What did he know?
I'm not wild about the idea myself.
Through time, the thunder
Get some real interesting messed up stuff from these. Let us indulge in more, I guess.
Here we go again. Once more with feeling.
Let me guess. You want to tell me about your dream?
Yes. Yes. In fact, I'm having a dream right now.
Oh. That's new.
In this dream, I'm standing in the corner watching Jesse and Dylan talk about this very dream. This very dream! He said just now! And repeated it again now! I'm standing there and watching, and that's all I can do. It's as if I'm trapped there. And that's all I have to say about that dream.
Okay, Dylan. That's good.
Is he still in there? Or is this the hiss playing mind games? I don't know.
I guess that's all the dreams. I mean, those weird stories combined with the very bizarre editing create just this really unsettling vibe when talking to him. It's very good, but also very awful. Anyway, I think we'll call it here for today. Thank you so much for watching. Be back on Friday for rounding up Tomasi and Underhill. We're just gonna do a staff check-in, I guess. As a director, I think it's important that I have open communication lines with everybody in the building. And in some cases, that might mean killing them. So until then, I hope you have a good rest of your week. I can't throw anything in here. Quickly, no, there's nowhere to throw things. Anyway, oh god, this is a disaster. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you Friday for that. Goodbye.